Another area to check if you're not getting brine draw to occur properly is to put the unit into the brine position and push on the inlet flapper, which is number 2. If you hear a noticeable difference and the unit starts to draw brine, it indicates a worn set of valve discs or weak springs. The valve discs and springs should be replaced as a set. Your first step to gain access to the valve discs will be to remove the white nylon nut at the rear of the camshaft. The camshaft can now be lifted off. The current camshaft is a single black molded piece. On earlier units, a white segmented type was used. As with the screens, these two are interchangeable. There are also 2 optional camshafts available. Both are segmented with white and gray cam lobes. The camshaft with 1 gray lobe is a long rinse version, which extends the slow rinse and purge cycles. The camshaft with 2 gray lobes is an extra salt long rinse version, which will use double the amount of salt set on the brine control during regeneration. The rinse and purge cycles are extended. It is used for large capacity systems which utilize large salt dosages. Take note, the camshaft fits into the output connector on the back of the timer. It is keyed to assure it only goes in the proper way. Unplug the timer. Remove the timer by turning the locking pin to a vertical position and then pull it out. The timer then lifts out of the bracket. The next step is to disengage the valve disc springs with the needle nose pliers. Each valve disc has 1 spring, except the large inlet and outlet flappers, number 2 and 3, which have 2 springs, one on top of the other. When the springs are disengaged from the valve discs, you have to remove 11 Phillips screws. The top plate will lift off and expose the valve discs. Worn or damaged valve discs should be replaced with a new valve disc set. To reassemble the control, just reverse this procedure.